Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of GoodBadScore. I'm Andrew.
I'm Collin.
I'm Thomas.
And today we are going to review Freaky, the newest dark comedy movie starring Vince Vaughn and Kathryn Newton. So in this latest horror movie flick, we have Kathryn Newton. She plays a teenage girl. She's about to get murdered by Vince Vaughn. Yeah, she's about to get murdered by Vince Vaughn.
She's about to get murdered.
Yeah, she's about to get murdered by Vince Vaughn. And then they just magically switch bodies, and Vince Vaughn is now Kathryn Newton, and Vince Vaughn is... Yeah, they're switching different bodies now.
Put it this way, it's Freaky Friday with a killer.
Exactly.
That's basically how you do it.
It's rated R Freaky Friday.
That's basically what it is.
It's rated R Freaky Friday. Alright, so... Thomas, let's start with you. What did you think of this movie? What was your good about this movie?
I really liked it. It was very... The gore was a bit much at times, but overall it was really fun. The cliches were definitely there, but I thought it made it better, in a sense, if that makes any sense. What about you, Collin?
You mentioned the cliches, actually. Yes, this is... We'll get into the cliches in the bad section, but Freaky is very much a homage, whatever, to three properties. Obviously, Freaky Friday, Friday the 13th, and a little bit of Halloween. This is a movie. This is a very much a love letter comedy horror film to those three films. I think that this is by the director of Happy Death Day, which I very much enjoyed. It shares a similar tone as if Happy Death Day was rated R. You can't talk about the goods of this movie without mentioning Vince Vaughn and Kathryn Newton. I'll start with Vince Vaughn. The guy, there's a reason why he's still around in Hollywood today. He is so charming, even as a killer. He is just such a presence on screen. I thought of him a lot as it reminded me a lot of Jack Black in the two newest Jumanji movies, but I think Vince Vaughn does a better job portraying a young girl who's in a man's body. I don't think it's all that cliche. We'll get into that part. But as I talked about Vince Vaughn, I think he did a great job. What did you think though, Andrew, about Kathryn Newton?
I thought she was excellent in the movie. I don't think I've ever seen her in other movies before, so I really enjoyed this movie. I thought she was great. She did a good job portraying as, the sweet innocent girl in the beginning, and then transforming into a mass murderer. And I thought she did a kick-ass job. Vince Vaughn was terrific. I have not seen Vince Vaughn in a movie in a while. I can't remember the last movie I saw him in. I guess his career's been kind of going up and down lately these days, but it was really great to see him in this movie playing something different. He was both funny and terrifying at the same time, especially in the beginning, which was my favorite part. I love how this movie starts off with, it's so gory, and I love it. Oh my god, the gore!
I was not expecting this much gore.
Yeah, it's gory, and yet it's funny. This movie is funny too. It's got some messed up humor in it, and the violence is messed up. And I thought it was a good concept. I like that this was, Freaky Friday, but it was done in an R-rated horror movie flick. I thought that was really cool. I'm not the biggest horror movie buff, and I know you guys know I don't like horror movies that much. So, but this type of horror movie was a lot of fun for me. I really enjoyed it. I mean, yeah, there's times where I'm like, cover my eyes, I'm kind of looking away a little bit, certain moments, because I was like, well, that's a little too much. But it was just really creative. She's transformed into Vince Vaughn's body, and she's like walking to school, and this like all this crazy stuff. It was just really, it was a really brilliant concept, which I really enjoyed. All right, so let's get into the bad about this movie. So, Thomas, what was your negatives about Freaky?
There were a lot of cliches, and at times they're good. Like, I liked the obvious Freaky Friday cliches of them going about their schedules in their other bodies, them solving their problems in the other bodies. And those are fine, but the one cliche I didn't like, and it's with every horror movie, 90% of the cast is not really likable. The only characters that really had much of a personality were Vince Vaughn, which even him, I mean, he didn't really talk much, so.
Well, in the beginning, it's so hard because there's Vince Vaughn, the butcher, and then there's Vince Vaughn playing the teenage girl, and then there's also Kathryn Newton as both roles. So it's really confusing.
The butcher was good, but obviously they didn't talk much, so they didn't have much of a personality. Kathryn Newton's character, when she was the girl and when she turned into Vince Vaughn, she was fun, and then her two friends were fun. Everyone else kind of
sucked.
Fell off. Yeah.
The biggest problem with Freaky is the writing. The writing is very cliche. Yeah. In some areas, it's fantastic. I think it goes in directions I did not think it was going to go in. Mm-hmm. But in more often times than not, it's very predictable. Even some of the things I was even saying out loud is like I was a mile ahead of this movie. There's 3 sets of characters. There's the generally likable or unlikable characters, which is the butcher, Vince Vaughn, butcher, both as Kathryn Newton and Vince Vaughn. I wish we remembered her name. Kathryn Newton, the young girl played by both roles, and then the 2 friends, which I think they needed more development. Like you're saying, Thomas. Other than that, there's so many other characters that just. The characters that were purposely unlikable, I like them because they were just there to die, which is in any horror movie.
Yeah, but
I'm not saying that's a plus. That's a cliche in all horror movies, but that's something that I'm like, okay, I can't wait to. There was a scene where I was literally rooting for the butcher to kill some people, and it was the climax. But then you also get like the mother, the sister cop, who is just they're supposed to be likable, but you just don't care about them. I wanted it to go farther with its climax and ending. Yeah. Maybe it's with my ties and how much I liked Happy Death Day. I think that this movie could have used a bit more of like a memorable scene. But Andrew, what are some of the negatives you have on Freaky?
Well, I do agree with most of your negatives about it. I mean, I liked the cast. I thought the actors I thought did a great job performing it. I do think they did carry this movie, but I don't think there was enough to them. Yeah. Like you guys were saying, there wasn't enough to really digest with them. But at the same time, I did think they all did a fantastic job performing. You know, I don't like watch horror movies, but I do see like the problems with horror movies. Say it's very predictable. Because a lot of this I'm watching, you know what's coming. I mean, there were some ones I didn't know what was coming, but a lot of times it just felt very predictable. It's very cliche at times. That's all I can really say. It just felt very predictable and all that. I felt like it did slow down because I thought that beginning started out really strong, and then it kind of felt like it took a while for it to really play out. I think this movie really kicks in. I think probably maybe 45 minutes into it. That's why I thought it got better. But I love that beginning. I thought it had a great, strong beginning. That's pretty much my next. So let's get into our scores about this. So I guess we'll predict our scores here. Thomas, I think you're going to give this a 6.5 out of 10. Collin, I think you'll give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay. Thomas, what do you think we're going to give it?
I agree with Andrew. I think you're going to probably give it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Andrew, I think you might give it like an 8 or 8.5.
I'm going to say 7.5 for him because I don't think he would go to 8, especially as he's not that big of a horror fan. He's not getting the things that we're getting. I think that you're probably going to give it as a 7. It's a B movie, but it's a really fun B movie. So, Andrew, Thomas, myself. Right or wrong? Who's right?
All right. Thomas is right. Yeah.
Damn.
I'm surprised. I actually enjoyed this movie. I had a blast watching it. Yeah, there's a little, everyone's got its flaws. There's some things they could have tweaked a little bit. But all said and done, this was a hell of a time of movie. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10.
Andrew, you were so close because I almost did give it a 6.5. And then I kind of bumped it up to a 7 because it was fun. So I give it a 7 out of 10.
So yeah, I would give Freaky a 7.5 out of 10. I think that this is a blast of a movie. It ain't a perfect movie. It's not really the best movie to criticize, but boy, it was a fun ride. Sadly, this is a kind of movie that you want to see with a big crowd where everyone's kind of gauging off each other. Sadly, we can't do that in these times, and as much as I would recommend seeing this in a theater, I can't morally do that, risking your lives for a movie like this.
Yeah, it's a great Halloween movie, I gotta say. Like, I was really surprised. I really enjoyed this movie. I'm glad I saw something different. You know, I see a lot of action sci-fi movies these days, but it was good to see something different. I mean, I'll say this. It was great seeing a new movie on the big screen.
Oh my God,
too.
yes, we got a new movie.
Yeah, it felt nice.
It felt nice being back.
Oh, man.
It's just it's a shame.
Yeah, it's a shame. Well, what do you guys think of Freaky? Are you going to go see Freaky? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Comment below and let us know. And thank you for watching our new review of Freaky. Please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you name it. And as always, I'm Andrew.
I'm Collin.
I'm Thomas.
And we'll see you again real soon with our next review.